Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Dinks with Kinks. Before we get into tonight's episode and all the wonderful people involved, I want to remind everybody that we are in fact on that social media at Dinks with Kinks on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So check us out. We post stuff. You can contact us through there. We don't post a lot, but we do post new episodes and stuff like that. I am one of your wonderful hosts. I am John Dondero, and with me, as always, are two of my most favorite and sexiest people I know. One vegetable holder, one vegetable user, Miss Rebecca and Mr. Shep. I'm not going to tell you who's who.
I have never used a vegetable in my life.
So you must be holding a vegetable right now.
You know what? I am.
I've used many vegetables in my salads.
I have some great melons.
Good evening.
Oh, wait, that's a fruit.
You've never used vegetables in cooking?
In cooking, yes.
We just said used
what did
vegetables.
you think I
we didn't
meant?
insinuate anything. Jeez.
You know what? Let's just talk
Why
about
do you have
this
to make
episode.
everything sexual on this sexual podcast?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Leave some to the imagination.
They can't see my face, so I'm
And some
leaving
in
it
your
all to
salad.
the imagination.
That's true.
They
That's
don't know
very
what I'm doing.
that's very showman of you.
I like to tease a little bit. Just
Little
give
tease.
Little tease.
And, you know, we like to throw a little comedy in here and there. So, without further ado, we're talking burlesque. Now, sexy. So, let me ask you a question. What do you guys think burlesque is?
What do I think it is?
Yeah. And I say think, because if you answer correctly, I'll be like, then you know.
Burlesque is about show. It's about sexual showmanship and dancing.
Is it? Is it?
That's what I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Shep, you want to take a shot at it?
Almost like artistic edging.
Artistic
Because
edging.
Well, because you know, burlesque is a show where, in many cases, you don't start scantily clad, but then in a way you do sometimes get more scantily clad, but nothing is actually ever fully revealed. And so it can again be a artistic style of edging. Keep people on the edge of suspense.
Yeah, well, you're both partially right.
Yeah, I'd
There is
rather
some
be
sexiness
partially
to it.
right than completely wrong.
There you go. I mean,
Because I only have partial brain, so I'm fully right. then,
And
in my
together,
mind.
with our superpowers combined, we make completely right.
no,
No, okay.
because
Cool.
you both had kind of the same answer, but you're not wrong in what it evolved to. Like burlesque actually started out as a minstrel variety show.
Minstrel?
Minstrel, not menstrual.
Minstrel, that's the word I was looking for.
Menstrual.
Put the eye in
is
there. A hard eye.
A hard
eye
eye
in there.
Minstrel.
A musical.
Let's-
How about this? A musical variety show. Is that
Okay,
better?
that's much better. I don't. All I can say when you say menstrual is
Pronunciation is key.
yeah. that changes
Gee.
the entire.
What a well-known
It's a different
person.
fetish.
What? Yeah. Boy, let me tell you, we picked the wrong person to do that. To pronounce something correctly? Let's let John do it.
I love it though.
But it was like very comedy-esque, very over the top, and it was risque and
Is.
flirtatious, and that's how it started. It was very extravaganza style show.
I
Like
can
in
see
the
that.
Old West, the can
Like a
girls.
folly, very follies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
McFoley's musical, bad puns, super racial comedy. Just
Feel like
Probably
there's
shit that
French
Back then, that was
origins.
way
Prob-
more acceptable.
no, it was probably stuff that wasn't even like couldn't pass now like then. So, but it
Couldn't
slowly
pass now
started
then,
adopting. it slowly started adopting what, now when you hear the word burlesque, you think scantily clad ladies. Because they did. They just started acting more and more in there. You got girls dancing on stage and like showing more and more leg and whatnot. And so it slowly evolved into the burlesque we know today, which is like sexy strip teasing. Almost. And most of the burlesque shows I go to, it's not really, there's no nudity. Mm-mm. A lot of them don't have nudity. Mm-mm. They actually have become more modest than they used to be.
Yeah. I think it's more about the confidence. Honestly, for the few that I've been to, it's the sex appeal is not the nudity. The sex appeal is the dancer being as because in burlesque I have seen so many body shapes. Like it's one of those like it's sexy because they're confident and they're like it's fun and I don't know. That's the ones I've been to. I was just like
that's why you do burlesque now. It started as we got to get asses in the seats. Let's let these ladies take off their top. It essentially.
I mean, isn't that advertising 101? Add sex to it.
Sex sells.
Sex sells.
And it did. It's essentially what birthed modern day strip clubs. And like that was like half of the baby, like half of the parent of modern day strip clubs. The other, of course, being brothels where you could come and a saloon girl and sit on your lap and show your boobies and whatnot. But yeah, the burlesque show, and why people like it nowadays is 100% that, what you just said. It is both that level of modesty, but that level of confidence at the same time. Like it's modesty, but not.
It's the idea.
Because it's the strip tease. It's the strip tease.
It's the fantasy, I think.
It's the reason 1980 horror movies were so good. It's for what they don't show you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly that. That is a good comparison, Dondero. Look at
my
you.
Good comparison. I didn't work on it before the show or anything.
You know what? And I am validating you because that was good. I am great. I am proud of you.
I'm invalidating you because you're lies. Sweet lies. But anyway,
actually, I did just come up with that one. But yeah, so the idea of burlesque now is, okay, I want you both to describe when you think burlesque, what is the outfit you picture?
I know exactly what I picture. There is actually, from my favorite corset store, they actually have a line of burlesque type corsets. And they were corsets and those like boy short type things, and it's very beaded and like shiny, and yeah, that's what I think of. Lots of makeup.
Okay, what about you, Shep?
All of that, and since it is meant to be like a stage show and stuff like that, oftentimes I'll see and imagine like lace and sometimes like feathery accessories or accoutrements.
Yeah, very much. It was very theatric. Like I picture theatric, like
a lot of flair.
Rebecca said, good tightly wound corset, some fishnets, the highest of heels, boy shorts, and usually boy shorts, but like they're bloomers, and they have the feather tails to them, and they're like
tightly round.
And it's just big. There's boas involved. There's a lot of like pomp.
A lot of sequins and glitter. That's what I imagine. Like things that like make you sparkle in the spotlight, like on stage. Yeah. That's what I think of. Yeah.
And that's it right there. And that's absolutely someone's fetish. I can tell you that much right now. That whole outfit just screams, this whole ensemble is a fetish. And that's a case of a lot of people. A lot of people still go to burlesque shows for sexual gratification, and they enjoy it.
Right.
Even though, like, the same way somebody would do back in the day when it was, like, full nude. And they'll have sex with you after the show because prostitutes are legal. But now they'll go and be like, oh my god, same sexual level for me, whole different show. And Burlesque is a fantastic show. Like, I love burlesque shows. I think they're fun. I think they're very empowering. There are a lot of like good support, and yeah, and they are very theatrical. They are very pompous. I love that. I love like
Pompous.
just give me plume all day long.
I think another thing that makes them like super sexy is it's not just but the dancers and the whole show in it of itself. Like, it is supposed to be theatrical, but campy and fun. So we spend a lot of time concentrating on sex being this serious thing and this in big monumental thing, and with like, this is one of those fetishes that is just, it's taking it and being sexy fun. It is fun sexy. It is that confidence of I don't really care, I'm gonna be me, and it's just enjoyable to watch. And anytime you have that that happy, the serotonin, the dopamine, that feeling, of course, it's obviously going to turn you on. So being happy and making you happy and being fun and enjoyable puts that second layer of sexual attraction to it. And I think you're not just watching a burlesque show to get turned on. You're watching it to enjoy yourself and get turned on. So it's like a double whammy, and it's great.
Sexy and cute and
Yeah.
and no, not even
Serotonin
cute.
is dope. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna let that. We're gonna slide by with that. We're gonna let him get
But I'm curious, though.
serotonin and dopamine, the entire phrase out, and no one acknowledge. Cool. All right. Well.
But do we have any origin stories on this one? Because I was curious.
Oh
not.
yeah, you want some origin stories? We'll go back to literal
like I said,
and theatrical origins.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, when I mentioned previously, I imagined, like, in the Old West, you had your can girls. They were the really dressy, frilly types. But I feel like in France, this would have been a big thing too. I feel back in the day. But you got some reality for us.
I do. So right now, let's talk. Let's go ahead and talk, because I couldn't find anything on like. Okay, so Victorian burlesque, the European burlesque, started probably around 1830, and it made its way over into America. Which we're talking more American burlesque tonight than your French girls, which a lot of the girls then came from France and did burlesque here.
Right.
In the 1860s, like that's when it got real popular here. And then it kind of, and then it kind of died off, and it had a huge resurgence, probably around the 1920s, 1930s, because they started using it in film for nostalgia. It was like they brought back the 90s, like we're doing today, where we're bringing back the 90s, and we're like, yeah.
Oh god. We don't need to bring back the 90s.
No.
But I'm telling you, that's what we do as a society. We bring back shit that makes us feel good about the past. Even though the past was kind of crap. They're like, but look at all the good things we had that you think we had.
Yeah.
To distract you from all the crap now.
Absolutely nothing. You had nothing.
So yeah, it started to get really popular, the original version of burlesque around the 1860s. And then started getting a little scantily clad, nudie booty, and then a bunch of
Nudie
booty.
Okay.
Yeah, because it started back in the day where you couldn't even show ankle, so they just showed off their frilly fronts.
They really could show off a lot. They had to put they had to make laws for it. Yeah, let's just put it that way.
But they use nice words like harlot and trollop, which are some of my favorite words.
Oh yeah, harlot was thrown around a lot.
And trollop, that's another good one.
Trollop. What is a trollop?
You've never heard of
variety
trollop?
of
I know I've heard
in a
trollop, but
way,
what is
yeah.
a trollop?
The exact definition? I don't know. I know it's a hoe.
Yeah, we got to. Okay,
I know
You know
it's
what?
a-
I'll
we
look it
gotta
up. I'll look it up. It's fine. I got you. I got you, boo boo.
All right.
All
I got all the burlesque information.
I'd say the
Yeah.
words. I don't define them. That's not how
Trollop
this works.
meaning doo-doo. A woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationship. Use a hoe.
Yes.
That's basically what that
But
says.
you
Use a
fancy.
hoe.
But you a fancy host. You
You a fancy hoe.
So, you a
So
trollop.
by the
Like most of our
1800s,
housewife videos.
by the 1880s, this is like the set standard of burlesque shows was minimal costuming, often focusing on the female form. Number one,
Always female form.
sexually
Female form.
suggestive dialogue, dance, plot lines, and staging.
So porn. Okay,
Quick-witted humor laced with puns, but lacking complexity. You didn't want anything too complex. You didn't want any of your comics out there giving you those ones you had to think about. You didn't want the Bo Burnhams out there.
They didn't want to commit to the comedy. They just wanted comedy.
No,
with,
their audience just
Yeah.
didn't. You know, their audience wasn't. You didn't want to piss off your audience by making you think they insulted you.
Right.
Remember, lower income,
Fair,
lowly,
fair,
you
fair.
know,
Yeah.
basically intelligent, and short routines or sketches with minimal plot cohesion across the show. Like it was just camp, silly shenanigans with minimal clothes. And I think that's kind of what we've lost. Like I think they
Isn't
need to
that-
bring back for burlesque.
Is it the BSBN?
Yeah, we are essentially a burlesque show.
And of course, you know, in modern day burlesque, since we're equal opportunity on genders and stuff, I figured the
good.
male version would actually be like drag, right? Like drag queens, almost the same.
A drag show is essentially a
Yeah,
burlesque
male
show.
burlesque. Yeah.
Nice.
Also, you are right. The BSBN, our parent company, 100%, 110% a burlesque show.
Okay. Well,
We now can qualify
I
as
thought it was just a train wreck show.
no, but that's what a burlesque show is. I just described it. We are minimal costume. I am nude all the time on camera.
yeah.
Focusing on the
Which is-
female form, we do nothing
all
but
about one
gawk at
person, though.
Arugs and Miko.
And me.
Sexually suggestive dialogue, dance, plot lines, and staging. Horror-peen?
Yeah. And comedy. Simplistic comedy.
Yeah, we don't think of our comedy
No. We are a burlesque show.
with puns. This show falls into it because we pun.
Shep is not amused. Did you see his
No.
face?
Shep, you're a burlesque
This is my normal face.
performer. Yeah, but you're a burlesque performer. That's what I'm now titling all of us.
Well, I mean,
Digital burlesque performer.
I've already done all that, so yeah.
Yeah.
I've already
But
had
now
a
we're
title
digital
before
burlesque
BSBN.
performers.
Oh, okay. Digital, that's fine.
Yeah, we're digital.
I've done all the
So,
performance.
that's fine.
I've always wanted to participate in a burlesque show.
Have you never done one?
No.
Slacker, gotta catch up.
I have
Oh.
done one.
I'm the only one that hasn't done one here? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. I did buy a new velvet corset that's low cut. Maybe I should bring that one out.
You got to commit to a burlesque show. Like you got to have the confidence because like one of those things are, if you are not 110% in, it translates so well. Like okay, so you know when we do our panels and whatnot, you can always tell when one of us is trepidatious about it, but it's okay because it kind of translates into the comedy.
Right.
You can't do that with like a actual burlesque show because the minute one person looks uncomfortable, it just kills the entire stage. Because I've seen it happen.
Are you saying that I can't do it?
No, I'm preparing you for it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We're preparing you for it.
Are you saying you can't do it because of that?
No, I say I've never done one. I want to do one. And you're like, well, you gotta. I'm like, whoa.
I'm
We need to get you
telling
ready.
what I learned from experience.
Shep is doing suggestive things with that.
Yeah, and that gasp right there, gotta get rid of that.
Mm-hmm. No gasping.
You gotta be like, yes.
Mm-hmm. See, she's not ready yet, but she's getting there.
I am not ready yet. I have a lot to learn.
We'll do the burlesque training camp. Me and Shep.
Okay,
We'll teach you that. We'll
yes,
dress
I
up.
am
We'll
here
all
for
three
it.
dress up.
Okay.
Can
I'm
you
here
can?
I can actually.
Can you really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I can't do it here because I don't have the space, but yeah, I can.
Next
can
time I
hike
see
it.
you in person, we're gonna can.
Oh, I can absolutely hike it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't say high
Done the
kick. Can.
Oh, yeah, I can.
I think the first time I did that was a youngin at what was it?
And
Sweet Road?
it's
Sweet
just
Railroad,
it's
yeah.
found. It's not just the kicks, like the double. It's holding on one leg and doing the one leg, wiggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
You gotta do all the things.
Can.
All of it.
Can.
All right. You may be ready for burlesque. I think you could do it. Honestly,
there
I
was
think you'd
a
be a
gasp.
great burlesque performer.
Maybe that's what I
You-
should do now in my new life. I should can.
You should can.
Can.
You can or you can't.
So
Or
one of the
burlesque.
things I
There's
really
no
love
middle.
about burlesque, there's no body type.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely no body type. Not even
Give us all the types.
not even show, because you can have any type of body.
As long as you
Bingo.
got the attitude.
Yeah. Now I will say the one body most people picture is honestly the hourglass figure
Oh yeah.
because of the corset. Yeah, you got the big butts, the big boob, and the long ass legs.
I don't have
can't
long
You
quit.
don't
legs.
have to have that, huh?
I don't have long legs, but I have everything else. I think
I guess stilts.
I have stilts.
Look at
Yeah, that's
stilts.
true. And high heels.
You can burlesque in on stilts. That probably actually has happened and should happen again if it hasn't. Like it should happen.
Should happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it should happen. Absolutely should happen. But yeah, that's burlesque. I mean, I this is one of those kinks that I'm like 110% in, and you can recreate. There's no like the safety here is to one, be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Consent is key. You always, if you're going to a burlesque show, remember, you being a member of the audience is not consent.
Mm-hmm.
They are putting on a stage show that has nothing to do with you. You're just there to enjoy it. So that's something a lot of people need to know. And I know a lot of those shows get very interactive and, do stuff. But remember, consent is always consent.
Oh yeah.
And performance is not consent.
No.
That's something I think we have to talk about a lot, like especially in our live streams.
Here we do.
Because people will be coming after us. Hey, you talk dirty to me. I'm like, that's not consent. We're performing.
Yeah.
We're not, consenting for your shenanigans, your deviant shenanigans, unconsented deviant shenanigans.
I think the one thing I love about burlesque, that is a huge turn on for me, just in general, is the idea. It's not even that you see them nude, or it's all about the suggestion. It's that mental foreplay, and I think it's that whole 9 yards of like it being fun and sexy, but at the same time it's leaving enough that it's the quintessential leave it to the imagination, and the imagination is a powerful aphrodisiac, and that's what I love so much about burlesque is it is that like Shep said, that mental like edging, like it's not about seeing tits, it's about the thought of seeing the tits.
It's the tease.
Yeah.
It is the tease show, and
Yeah.
tease are like, I love a good tease. That's why, like, I don't honestly
Absolutely.
often go to like
Take a tease if you please.
like nude shows and whatnot, because I'm like, I enjoy the imagination so much more than seeing a stranger's genitalia. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy seeing a stranger's genitalia, but on my
The internet just gives us that in abundance. We need
yeah.
a cleanser, a mental cleanser.
So, so all right,
Wholesome.
final thoughts on burlesque. Mr. Shep,
Well,
go.
What
Oh,
I'm saying
no,
now,
okay.
Do we have
retracting it.
Do we have any cautionaries of burlesque as we cover all the facets of things?
I did. I talked about the cautionaries.
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Shep listens to half our podcast. He's in it, but I don't think he listens to it
Well,
while
no,
he's
no,
in
no.
it.
No. I remember the wording. I guess I was interpreting it differently. My bad.
Don't touch.
Don't fall off the stage.
Don't fall off the
Yeah, don't
stage.
fall
Don't
off the
touch.
stage.
Don't twist your ankle.
Yeah.
Practice your
Those are sure.
balance. Be careful of your wardrobe, so you
Yeah.
don't step on it. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Burlesque is fun. Go have fun.
Go have
If you want to participate in one, go find a good one. You know, a lot of places offer classes and like that. If you want to go watch one, remember, consent is king.
Yes.
Consent can be queen too.
Can.
Consent
And-
rules.
Consent is the law of the land.
The
And
law of
respect.
the land.
Respect, too.
Yeah.
Respect is the Archduke.
Now I want to go be burlesque.
Initial thoughts, though, I've enjoyed many burlesques. I know many people have done it. They're all wonderful people. It's a great thing. Good exercise, great expressionism, artistic, amazing. Yes.
It is. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun across the board.
Yeah.
What about you, Rebecca? Final thoughts on burlesque?
If anybody listening is a burlesque dancer or that participates in burlesque, y'all are amazing. You guys really are, and you're sexy, and I hope to be like you when I grow up one day.
I have the same thoughts on from both of you. Burlesque performers, male or female, cross or not, y'all are gorgeous. Y'all put on a fantastic show, and I am always excited to see or perform. And it is fantastic and a lot of fun. And yeah, they're just great. They're fun. They're sexy, and they're silly. A good burlesque show is always silly. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I have utmost respect, and I think that we should do a Dings with Kings burlesque show, just us three.
Yes,
Put
I'm
one
here
on.
for it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's do it.
Oh, poor Shep. He just does not look happy about it. Oh no, he's on board. He's got his cucumber.
He's on board. Okay, it's all good.
But I do want to thank both my wonderful hosts, Rebecca and Shep. You guys are amazing, and I love you.
Yay, I love you.
Two favorite people
Woo!
that I talk to on Fridays.
I'm sorry.
You talk to me every
And
day.
I do. Audience, I want to say I don't talk to you every day. You should talk to us more. Reach out to
You
us
should.
at Dinks with Kinks on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I think the links are in the description. Like,
Burlesque.
just click any of those social links and come talk to us. Come tell us what you think of the episode. Rate it. Tell your friends. Tell your sex dungeon.
Yes, tell all your people.
To all your people about our show and help us spread the word of kink, the good word of kink.
The good word. We're doing the
Good
Lord's
word,
work.
kink. We're doing the Lord's work.
Mm-hmm.
Because that motherfucker likes some weird ass bondage.
Oh, Sky Daddy. Oh,
He likes suspension.
yeah, he does.
Oh, God may not, but Jesus certainly did.
Oh, Lord. And with that.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Till next time.